Hello, everyone. Let's try to get a game on OGS today. The thing that we've been doing the past few videos has been trying to play very simple and solid moves and just focusing on my own territory because I'm very aggressive. And tonight, when on stream, I was definitely too aggressive. But I had a little bit of fun, but I wasn't really into it. So I want to try to play a nice, simple game here.
Game started.
All right, I got a game. Nice. I'm happy. Um, I said we're going to play simple moves. We'll say hello. I like to do 1-4-4-1-3-4 because it just feels a little bit more fun and balanced. And it looks like we're playing a 10Q today. So I'm fine with just enclosing my corner. I actually like that he's doing something down here. And I think I will actually pincer to prevent him from getting a large area. And let him take the corner if he wants it. He didn't want the corner. So I'll back off. I think he should pincer this stone. It seems that the shoulder hit is no longer a good move. But since he did not play either of those moves, what I want to do is I want to take a base for my stones on the bottom here. This is the more important area. Oh, nice and solid. If he plays this shoulder hit next, it kind of connects up the groups, right? So I think I want to either kick this and then play here to separate, or I still want to prevent this from getting a base. I think I want to prevent from getting a base. This is a good solid territorial move. So I think I will do that first. Oh, okay. So there is this cutting Aji here. And I think it's going to be important to actually cut this. But I will give him a chance to connect up. So I'm going to kick first and see if he'll let me connect up underneath. What he should probably do is he should probably connect his stones to the center, maybe attach here. And yeah, there we go. There we go. I get a lot of territory from this, but he's playing a much more solid game. So I think this is fine. So these two stones aren't really that important, but if he Hanes here, he gets an eye. So I wouldn't mind jumping here to prevent his eyes. However, I think that's not too important right now. It's often good to attack these groups, but again, we're going to focus more on the territorial aspect. And he has an extension facing his 4-4 point, so we want to take away the enclosure here. I think Bats talks about that a lot as well. But yes, that's very important to do. I would want to play this move. This move's a Joseki, but if I play this against the 10Q, he's definitely going to block, and we're going to fight, and it's going to not be good for him. So I don't want to do that to him. So I'm going to Hane on the outside instead. This is always bad. This block and connect is always bad. And whenever you see it, you should always just connect on the outside. Don't care about this stone at all. This stone is not important. Not important. He can just have it. If he doesn't capture, then this cutting point doesn't work. So I think I have two options: to capture or to get rid of this cutting point. So I think I will play over here to prevent him from getting a lot of points on this side. He gets a fairly large corner. I guess I'll just connect. That's the most solid move. But it looks like I probably have more territory, because I have a lot of territory. You never want to Hane here. It's almost always better to jump if you can. He can block. Do I have the ladder here? I think it goes straight to his stones, right? So I should protect here, but it's very tempting to push here. It's very tempting. If he cuts, I Atari, and I play the tiger's mouth. And if he turns, I get to Hane and sort of capture this stone a little bit. This also makes it so that he can peep and jump here, which makes him really strong. So you know what? I need to prevent him from getting strong. There we go. He has 2 weak groups here, but I think right now the very first thing is I want to do this push. This makes me very strong myself. I can cut because I can capture either stone. So the Hane was not good. All right, so I just capture this one. Now I'm very strong in the center, and I don't have to worry about my group anymore. He's playing a center-ish move. That's probably good. There's not really any more territory that I can just grab easily. So it's probably important to try to pressure his groups a little bit. So I think I like the idea of maybe playing this cap, but if he attaches, I Hane, he extends back, I can push through, and I have a lot of strength on this side, so if he cuts, I can just extend this stone out. So yeah, let's do the cap here. He has bad shape connection to his stones. And we want to keep him separated here. There we go. I just stay connected. And he's leaving this elephant's eye here, which means I can just go through, which is really nice. And as I said, I'm very, very thick in this area. So it's going to be very difficult for him to fight back here. He should be able to live. He can at least do this diagonal. I block, and this Hane. I probably extend here. And then he can live. I just connect up. These are all very, very bad exchanges. This is why I didn't really want to play Tinku, but I left Tinku open because I wanted to see how they play on OGS. I'll just connect. That should be fine. I think the most simple move is just to separate the stones. Can he attack these stones with this move? He can kind of do that. So
10, 9.
Let's protect our area first. Okay. The shape point for his group is right here. So I want to play it. They can probably still live if he wants to. But I can just take the territory on the top here, which is really nice. We can just block. So I do have a lot of cutting Aji here. So I think I will connect like this one. I think I like this connection the most. It protects this
10,
cutting point and gives
9,
me a better chance
8,
to fight over here.
7, 6.
Okay. Oh, he's cutting there now. So this is what I was talking about. With this cut here, now I can probably Atari from C18 and push down because it's harder for him to take advantage of this. Yeah, like this. I could have connected solidly like that as well, and it would have been also possible, but this one's a lot more clear. So I just connect, and I take the liberty away from this stone. That's very important. Even if he can Atari, taking the liberty is really important. I like that he's trying to use all of my cutting points here because there is Aji here. It's just hard to take advantage of. I said I didn't really want to go through and try to kill here. But it was a very simple way to kill. So I think I'll just play here. Because he can't kill the corner. This side's fine. And he can't capture these stones either. So I can play the hit here to strengthen my shape everywhere. Now he's starting to kill the stones, so I have to turn. But I don't think there's anything he can do. This is just a reading thing, I guess. Let's see. If he attaches here, I just kill the stones. If he Ataris here and Hanes, I can just kill the stones. I think I have more liberties. If he extends down, I extend down. And he has 2 liberties
10,
and I have 3 liberties.
9.
So it
8,
looks like I can just
7,
play away.
6, 5. You have won.
Oh, he resigned. Okay. Yeah, so the next move would have been splitting these 2 groups. Now that I took all the territory that I need to take on the board, the only thing that was left for me to do was to play these bigger splitting moves in the center. Because if I let him connect in the center, he can potentially make some points there. And I think right now that would be bigger than playing end-game moves like this at 0-2. Because this was more like a normal game, I don't need to press the rematch button. Now I almost press rematch instead of reviewing, but it's because I'm still used to pressing review on other stuff. Because this was more of a normal game, let's see how my opponent could have played a little bit better. So I think they actually did some things really well. So with this one, I mentioned it in the game. When you jump out here, you have to pincer now. That seems to be the right move now. If you do the shoulder hit, white can push here first, then turn, push one more time and jump. And black sort of has to go back and fix this cutting point now. Otherwise, white just cuts through it. Because if black plays this move, which is sort of the original continuation, the old Joseki was for white to play here next. But AI decided that white can just wedge here and cut these stones off. And this is just too many points for white, so this is not very good for black. Black does get an okay influence here in the area, but this is good enough. And I don't know if you have to jump here. This is the only thing I don't remember if the jump is necessary for white, but it's something like this. But I think the simplest way for him to play is just to take the corner. If he takes the corner, this is actually not that bad for him. And I can't really build anything on this left side. I can't really build a lot on the bottom. So this actually should be fine for white, for black. I could just approach here, and he could try to pincer or kick and tanuki if he really wants to, like this. This would be an okay game for him to play. But yeah, so he played a little bit too loosely here. He's basically tanuki, right? I could be more aggressive and jump here and try to sort of fight the groups a little bit, right? Separate them very severely and do a double attack of some sort. So that's always available. And so that's why this sort of idea is a little bit bad. Even if you don't know the correct follow-up, and even if he just jumps again here, this is a better move, right? And so that's what I would suggest for this sort of thing. This is going to make the game a lot easier for black here. But apart from that, I think it was mostly fine. He actually did a good job of making sure he was staying connected, because I could have tried to cut him and fight here if I really wanted to. This is probably going to kill one of the groups, and like my group on the bottom here is going to be fine. There's plenty of space to live, and I have a 2-space extension. It's a bit too much, so I like that he's connecting his stones. It's very important. Playing big moves. So I think this guy is probably going to rank up, honestly, because he's playing mostly the correct moves. And then I already talked about this Joseki, how not to play it. Just extend. This is fine. Just extend here. This is good. This will be fine. Yeah, I already talked about this. Just don't do this ever. But apart from that, he just played a bit too loose. Let me get strong. And then he had 3 weak groups. 3 weak potential groups here. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed that game. And I'll see you guys probably next Wednesday for my next video. And yeah, have fun, everyone.